Possible Attacking with the Pot with Tigmatic.
Y'all tune into the Pop Podcast. And guess what? There's an episode of me on
and you are tuned into the Pot Podcast.
And with the Pop Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down.
To follow the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.
BTO.
Walks on the beat, fuck you, man.
84 radio.
Sorry about that, folks. I was a little bit off. I'm moving a little too fast. But y'all know the vibes. Y'all know this goes with commercials first. Let me get back to what I was supposed to be doing. I apologize.
BTO.
Walks on the beat, fuck you, man.
84 radio. This shit is strictly out the street.
Foolish made this fool.
After the bubbling, wait till the gel up. Whip it together and drop it in water. I got a cookbook full of them recipes showing y'all niggas how to cook that yo. Dropping in Pirates, mixed with the soda. Play at the door, tell them wait, I'm in motion. I'm really serving the fiends, but you stuck in the track, getting money, gotta do what you posting. I'm really pushing it, you got a slow start. Boy, that's cat rap, New York, go hard. Bows in the brake light when I'm about to go far. Bells in the back of the truck with a scrap in my lap. Can't even count like I ain't been addicted to track, cause my life full of moving them pants. We get them in for the low, but the quality fine, so it's time to go fuck up the truck. She like when I'm spitting that hot shit, told her to back up. I ain't no rap nigga, too many bricks in the back of the truck to be broke. If you ain't getting money, come get some. I ain't got a chop, no toting my pistol, cause I ain't going down without hitting some. So many scripts I can flip and the prices to drop it. The clientele get more than two of them. I got a plug and drop it and double it back, but fuck that, I can come my own work. We hit this block with them choppers and double right back on the fuck nigga, put them on a t-shirt. AR-15 and it came with a titty. Spin a little block till the car get dizzy. It'll be weird if them choppers won't with me. Fool in the studio toting that glizzy, you supposed to be mixing. After the bubbling, wait till it gel up. Whip it together and drop it in water. I got a cookbook full of them recipes showing y'all niggas how to cook that yo. Dropping in Pirates, mixed with the soda. Play at the door, tell them wait, I'm in motion. I'm really serving the fiends, but you stuck in the track, getting money, gotta do what you post. I'm really pushing it, you got a slow start. Boy, that's cat rap, New York, go hard. Bows in the brake light when I'm about to go far. Bells in in the back of the truck with a scrap in my lap. Can't even count like I ain't been addicted to track. Cause my life full of moving them pants. We get them in for the low, but the quality fine, so it's time to go fuck up the truck.
Get them in for the low. They go to BR, they go and they go. 100 pounds up in 40 hours. My little cousin Duke like go get more. Cocaine in the gas tank of the Monte Carlo in the 64. Microwave got a nigga paid. I was losing shake on that fucking stove. No cap. Family addicted to paper. Say you a bold. A whole lot of motion. Show your devotion. Nigga gon' bless you. Play with the pack. Nigga gon' stretch. I had to do what I was supposed to. I was losing hope. I roll her back with perfect nigga, but you should see a nigga cook some dope. Huncho, bitch like Griselda Blanco. Take that pack, I hang you from a bridge, bitch. Chapo. No time to get dapped, cause I got a pack in the bag. Blunt in my mouth and a strap in my lap. A bitch on the way with some clothes she stole, and my niggas got money for bows.
After the bubbling, wait till the gel up. Whip it together and drop it in water. I got a cookbook full of them recipes showing y'all niggas how to cook that yo. Drop it in Pirates, mix with the soda. Play at the door, tell them wait, I'm in motion. I'm really serving the fiend, but you stuck in the track, getting money, gotta do what you posted. I'm really pushing it, you got a slow start. Boy, that's cat right, New York, boy. Bows in the brake like when I'm about to go for it. Guns in the back of the truck with a scrap in my lap. Can't even count like I ain't been addicted to track. Cause my life full of moving them pants. We get them in for the low, but the quality fine, so it's time to go fuck up the trap. Fuck it up, then.
Boosie bad ass nigga.
Hot shit. I ain't no rap nigga.
Yes, sir.
These niggas gotta do what they posted, man.
Long live road runner from Boosie bad ass boy. Brother holding it down for you 100. Look out and watch it from the sky. Yeah.
And Productions. Philadelphia, 1987. A place where we all experience the corner. Let me take you back to how it all starts and ends.
One of my homies died. I done lost so many, I don't think I'm gonna cry.
This the life we chose.
No, I didn't, but it chose me. I keep the heat on the streets cause they froze me. Corner boy, please get out the corner. When they squeezing you leave, who gon' raise your daughter? You left your baby mama in the cold. That shit is old. Another youngin' dying in the fold. It's untold. Yup, the new ratchet come with fresh casket. Your favorite aunt put together flour, fresh basket. The fish fry for your folks, you know family matters. The Hardy boys coming too and they bring them ladders. They made a plan to spin a block, leave them niggas flatted. Even the kids got switches, letting people have it. If somebody clip them, it'll be tragic. You know the cycle never ends, it's gonna keep happening. So, corner boy, please get out the corner. When they squeezing you leave, who gon' raise your daughter? You left your baby mama in the cold, that shit is old. Another youngin' dying in the fold, it's untold. Yeah, two of my homies died. I done lost so many, don't think I'm gonna cry.
This the life we chose.
No, I didn't, but it chose me. I keep the heat on the streets cause they froze me.
I remember when me and Homie used to talk.
Hey.
We would talk about the game and he would ask me what I thought. And I said it needed change. And that's exactly what I brought. But let me take you back a little bit. Right back to the dungeon, we was broken, we ain't had shit. Couldn't pay for nothing, we had dreams of being mad rich. Hit the city stunting, as of right now we just average. Gotta think of something, so I hit my nigga King. Man, he told us about a lick, said it was a sure thing. Once we hit it, we'll be rich. Yeah, that's it, told the team. So we went and got the blick, so we went and pulled the sting. It turned out to be a miss. Shit, so we back on Kershaw, K-Block, right back where we started with my all in. Day ones, cause that's where I started, nigga. Cause every time that I'm recording, I just think about my dogs and I always do it for them, yeah. Corner boy, please stay off the corner. When they squeezing you leave, who gon' raise your daughter? You left your baby mama in the cold, that shit is old. Another youngin' dying in the fold, it's untold, yeah. 3 of my homies died, I done lost so many, don't think I'm gonna cry. But this the life we chose, no I didn't, but it chose me. I keep the heat on the streets cause it froze me,
Corner boy, please stay off the corner. Know how many of my friends' kids done lost their fathers to 'em? Retaliations, whispers saying do 'em. But if you get caught slipping, they slide and they might be plotting on you. Like kickboxing and slap, I hate to sock it to you. Niggas won't give you the answer, say you the problem to 'em. Lost 6 folks in 7 months, this shit is stupid. Fuck them niggas telling you to do it. Your mindset thinking different, do it. I know the struggle, young and I've been through it. I lost my mind, I got it back and through it. To myself, I'm living life above the rim, just coolin'. I know niggas shooting. Hey, look, the corner made me understand the love I gotta give. Cold shoulder, keep the fans safe, not cause I don't care. I make your stories every day. If you my man, because I care. I don't come around for nothing when I ain't got shit to give. For the haters got guns, I used to sit out there in bed. And now I don't sit inside cars around there. Pride made us famous, but the homies that I miss ain't worth the shit. Money ain't worth the lick. Dumb little bum, you just make Birkin rich. If I could have them back, I probably wouldn't never trip. If I could have them back, I probably wouldn't even spit. That right there some shit, niggas know that means some shit. Corner boy, please stay off the corner. When they squeezing you leave, who gon' raise your daughter? You left your baby mama in the cold. This shit is old, never young and dying in a fold. It's untold. 4 of my homies died. I done lost so many, don't think I'm gon' cry. Shit, this the life we chose. No, I didn't, but it chose me. I keep that heat on the streets, cause it,
Yo, what's up, y'all? You are now tuned into another rendition of the podcast with Tigmatic. Hey, listen, it's your boy. Y'all ain't get an episode from me all week because I was in LA with my family and I was chilling, enjoying life, having an experience. And I want to say something real quick. Those 2 videos that I played were intentional. I want to be clear. I wanted to show both sides of the rap and how one side promotes one thing and the other is telling you it's a facade. Keep that in mind because what we're about to talk about now with my guest is something to the heart for one. But before we get into that, I want to make an announcement. I am now officially a chapter runner for Black Lives Matters Grassroots North Carolina. And listen, I got one of my folks from San Clarita with me. So without further ado, she's going to tell you a bit about herself. She's very dope. She's very energetic. And she's funny as hell, too. So without further ado, I'm just going to tell it straight like that. I'll give you Renee McKellar. What's going on?
Hi. I'm excited.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get people signing this petition.
Yes,
I'm starting with the petition first because they didn't do what they were supposed to do, so we got some more time to get more signatures.
Yeah. So I usually let my guests do their thing and introduce themselves to my viewers. Usually the viewers catch on after the episode, but that's all good, you know. That's how it works. But the floor is yours, Queen.
This petition is more important than I am. This petition is important, but I will give a spiel about who I am.
Yes,
hey guys,
just
I am
brief moment.
Renee McKellar. Sorry. I'm Renee McKellar. I talk a lot, as you can already see. We're going to be here for a minute. I'm Renee McKellar. I am a graphic design professor. I'm also a business professor at 2 different schools, a university and also a community college. I'm also an activist. Didn't ask to be, kind of got forced into it in 2015 when I lost a friend in Venice Beach. And ever since then, I have had my foot on any racist neck. I don't care who they are, who they think they are. I'll say something to them. That's what I'm actually here for. I'm actually here to represent for Black Lives Matter, Santa Clarita, California.
Hey.
We are actually known for being a pretty racist town, even though our founding father is a Black man. It's weird. I don't know. We finally got a street dedicated to him. I need to drop the photos of that as well. We're making some changes out here. It's happening. We're bringing it back.
Hey, listen. I thank you for coming here. You know, this is my grassroots family, y'all.
I know. I'm so excited.
This is the funniest professor I've ever met in my life. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. She's hilarious.
I swear my students learn too. They have very prominent internships and everything, okay?
All right.
No, it's because I'm passionate about what I do. Like I genuinely care about my students. Like I realized I didn't like I scared them in a good way at the business school that I teach at. I
Uh-huh.
asked them a question about I guess it's not, entrepreneurship related. It was basically like how to make sure my student can get a social security card and like all these things because I work with F1 visa students at the other school. And I was asking them, like they want to start a business once they graduate. So what can I help them with? Like where do I send them? What information do they need? And she was looking at me like, oh, you actually care? Oh, I'll find the information. I was like, that's my job, right? Like, just because I guess class is over, nah, my students know you can text me at 12 o'clock at night. I'm gonna respond to you. Don't
Oh,
I
man.
don't care what time it is. I'm like, this is for that semester, like that's what's important. They need help, and that's what I'm here for. So hey,
Oh, that's awesome. That's
it's a
awesome.
rare time for me not to respond. Those are my babies.
It's always good to see people that genuinely care and
Yeah.
want to help others, and this is what our fight is for, helping the
Mhm.
marginalized, getting rid of these racists, you know, it's what we do. We ain't afraid, whose
At
house?
all. Our house.
House.
Oh, I got a
So,
megaphone on the way. They're gonna get sick of me.
uh-huh. I need to get one myself because listen, even though I'm the new blood, you know,
Yeah.
excuse me, I'm about to get crazy with it. And down in
Oh
North
yeah.
Carolina, they're gonna see how much passion I have when it comes to this. And listen, meeting people like yourself, all the other chapters. We even had people from Sweden,
That
folks.
was
So
dope. That was
yes.
amazing. How long was their flight? Was like 30 something plus at 30 plus hours.
Mm-hmm.
We got a
Yeah, that
Black
was that
Lives
was cool.
Matter
We went
grassroots
to the club
chapter.
together and everything. It was dope.
I missed that. I was tired, man. I was so tired. I had to go to graduation, then I had to drive myself that day. I was salty.
Listen, it was different. It was an experience for
It
me.
was
I'm from the
it
other side of
was.
the country, so
The bonfire was my favorite.
that
That's
was my
really
favorite as
what
well.
it was, just like a big family reunion. That was the
Yeah,
best.
I agree.
I miss
So
everyone already.
let's talk about your upbringing for a second,
Ooh.
okay? Reflecting on your childhood, were there
Mm.
particular experiences, positive or challenging, that shaped your understanding of mental health early on?
Absolutely. Ooh. Being bullied early on because of being in Santa Clarita, and
Hmm.
I was frequently the only Black kid in class. I learned early on taking care of your mental health was important because I actually got that from my mother and my father. Because when I would come home, like, that's your safe space. That's, where you can be yourself. And coming home from school, and especially dealing with some of the not so loving white kids that we have out here. I could come home crying, and my dad would be like, "That's not what we're doing. You're gonna hold your head up because of ABC, and you're not gonna let them, make you depressed. You're not gonna make them feel less about yourself."
That's
That's
right.
what my dad would say. And then my mom is more religious, so then she would be like, God loves you and God made you and there's nothing wrong. And so from that, I just always held my head up.
And
And
mom was correct.
also, shout out to my uncle for also giving me the Farrakhan knowledge that I got in life. I'm not going to say what he did, but Farrakhan we listened to him frequently in our household like this. So
And
that
that's awesome.
also helped since a very, very early age. I've always been Black and proud. So that helped
That's
a
awesome.
lot listening to Farrakhan. My child doesn't know what's coming yet, but she's about to start listening to it. Because it's important, especially being out here. she's already had people tell her, I don't like your hair and we don't play with black people. Like, it's
Oh man,
insane. Like,
I'm
just
sorry
little
she had the
kids.
experience that, you know.
I know. I thought I could protect her from it. And her being in elementary school is actually what got me reactive. Like, I was, more, let's sign the petitions and spreading information. And now I'm like, we're back in the streets because this is ridiculous. It's now, I don't want to put my age out there now, but I graduated from elementary school and all the schools a very long time ago. We still shouldn't be having the same, you know, crapola going on from
That's right.
the 90s. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I would agree. You know,
Yeah.
we see so many different instances of racism, and Trump getting in office has done nothing but brought it back to the forefront.
Oh yeah, they feel so emboldened right
Yes,
now.
they
Like,
feel emboldened, like they can
even
just do whatever they
yesterday.
want, say whatever they want, and treat us any type of way they
Yeah.
want. But one thing y'all need to realize, we ain't going for it.
At all. People, like, I could tell too, people was getting excited voting, thinking we were, I guess, I don't know where we're getting sent back to. But sorry, we ain't going nowhere. This is our house.
That's right.
When I say we built this brick by brick, we ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry.
That's a fact.
They can though.
So who were your influences as a child?
Ooh, when I was a little person, I'll have to shout out to my teacher I had in elementary school. I always talk about him when I do career days too. Mr. Lindsay. I'm gonna have to find somebody and tell him to send him to this too. Send this to him so he can see it. He was just encouraging of my nerdness and being a computer nerd. So he was just always like, play on the computer, kids. Here you go. And that honestly started me down the road of being an art nerd. I never saw any black women like me until, it's sad, I worked at BET and it was 2021 and it was during the pandemic. That was my first time seeing a black creative director. And
Wow.
I looked at this woman like she was, she did glow. I don't care. Her aura was amazing. That
So
was the
what was
first
that
time
experience like?
it was amazing. I love BET Studios. BET Digital specifically, an amazing department. It's very, very small. It's about 7 to 12 people, but everybody's like a small little family. I wish I could have experienced the office, but it was during the pandemic. But we were still very close on Zoom calls. And especially that the things that there were still some people that were able to go into the office if they were comfortable enough. And so they would have little parties and they would send like little bottles of champagne to our houses so we could still party with them on Zoom calls. Like, we would have a DJ and it was so much fun. Like, they really still make you feel like a part of the family, even though, you're thousands of miles away at your
Oh,
house.
that's
It was an
awesome.
amazing experience. And just again, just being around so many amazing black creatives. It was the first time. I was always, at white agencies and in white spaces. And so that's what motivated me. Like, okay, it's out there. Let me get into these different spaces and find it. And that's what I've been on a mission since then. And I want to say I've done a good job. I found my people.
Oh, that's awesome. So how did you get started into, doing digital artwork and things like that? Like, before we even get into that though, let's
Ooh.
highlight you and your business. Tell the people a bit about your business.
Oh, yes. I am the owner of Peace and Balance LLC, and I am a graphic design agency. But that also leads me back to activism and how it all goes hand in hand. I named my business Peace and Balance LLC after my friend who was slain in Venice Beach. He was a rapper, and whenever he would start his raps, he would always say peace and balance. And so I always made it a point I would not forget him, because some of our friends have, and I refuse to let his name die. And so I named my business after one of his phrases, and hopefully one day I have an office space where I can get a memorial of him painted on the wall. And that's my goal.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
so I always make sure like people, when they work with me, they know where I'm coming from, because it's
That's
extremely
awesome.
important. because I've had the times in my career where I've worked with the wrong people in the wrong businesses and supported the wrong thing, and now I know better. I can control those things, and I can create a positive change. So that's my goal always.
Oh, that's awesome.
And now I got into the classroom, so indoctrinating all the children every day. They're not children; they're grown adults though, so it's fine. But no, it's amazing because when I started in design school, I went to school at a time where it was we're following these five dead white designers. This is the only way you're allowed to design. Anything that's cultural is frowned upon. You go
Mm.
outside of the box, it's frowned upon. Like I have had so many teachers tell me, you're not going to go anywhere because we hate the way you design. You're a bad designer. I tried to throw, like cultural things in there. Oh, that's wrong. That's terrible. I'm in the
So,
classroom now. We can, I get to stop that.
yeah, hearing that right there, that grinds my gears, as Peter Griffin says. But to know that you were still resilient through that is awesome within itself. You're a rock star. I want to say that to you.
Thank
Live on
you.
the air, you're a rock star. But I want to ask you this. What made you decide to be a professor? Like, what was the moment that you decided that, I wanted to teach and get into teaching?
I always low key wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't think I was smart enough. And that was just coming from the experiences I had going to school, the teachers I had dealt with. They had made me feel like I was less than, like I was uneducated. And I'm like, I can see my work and I can see the places I get requested to be in. A lot of these places I didn't apply to. They found me. Like the business university I teach at, they actually found me. And they're like, we think you're an amazing person and we want you to teach our students. And then that's when they contacted me, that was another self-reflection of like, you know what, you do belong in this space. So don't ever let anything those people said to you, stay in your head any longer. But
That's right.
my amazing boyfriend, he got that I wanted to be a teacher, wanted to make changes. And so he actually found the College of the Canyons job that I work at. And he was like, you should apply. He was like, you're a dope designer. I don't care about any of the other, requirements. You got it. Just do it. And I was like, there's no way. I can't. I was like, I'm not good enough. There's no way. And so I applied. And so I actually got a rejection email. So I was like, see, I told you I wasn't good enough. And then one day I get an email and they're like, no, that email was a mistake. We actually want to interview with you. And then I
That's
actually
awesome.
interviewed with my old teacher and I was super excited. Like I explained to him, like I told him like what I've been up to and it was amazing. And then there was a new head of the design department and she is an amazing Mexican and white American woman. She fought for me and to see someone not even it didn't even matter the race, but to just see someone fight for me in the way that she does and did and continues to, I was just like, I love it. And so I went to College of the Canyons, by the way. I graduated 2013. So to be back there in that design department, it's amazing. I love those
That's
people.
awesome.
We make sure our students are safe. It really is a safe space for you to practice design.
Oh, that's awesome. And I appreciate the fact that you want to teach people and help them grow creatively. You know,
Yeah.
I care about the creators of this world, not just because I'm a creator myself, but, it takes a lot
It
to
does.
create, period. No matter what it is, whether it's art,
Oh
anything
yeah.
digital, media, whatever it is, it takes a lot out of you because you have to brainstorm a lot, first of all. A lot of people don't know that.
A lot.
Yes, like a lot of people don't know that, but your brain is constantly moving and you're thinking of the next idea, the next thing, or
Oh,
whatever it is that you want to do. And you have to put all of these things in motion in order for them to come into fruition. So I think it's pretty cool that you teach people how to let their ideas flow.
I love seeing the things that they come up with. Like I love honestly, I wish I had time to pull up her project right now and locate it. I had a student that did this dope project on oh my god, why am I forgetting the rapper with the mask? He just recently passed, and like we found out months later.
Oh
It's been
man.
a long day. Why am I I don't remember his name, but whatever. She hand drew this project where she illustrated his face, had his music playing, and then in the background it was a TV. And then you could click on the TV, and then the TV had options. Like she turned it into a video game, and she hand drew all of that, put it in the Illustrator, animated everything. I was like immediate A, like to see the creativity, to hear their ideas, because I always like we do a brainstorm and like I tell them like just tell me what you're thinking about, and to see it come to life is so amazing. Some of my students are better than me and I love it. Like I teach them and they come out with things I would have never thought of in a million years. I love it. I love seeing their creativity and to see them expand. It's my favorite part. I'm about to get cheesy over teaching. But it's true. Like I love it. And that's what I don't get about the teachers that I used to have, because when you see that in a student, you should get excited. You shouldn't want to tear them down.
Right.
So that's that's the part of white supremacy and racism.
Yeah.
It's in the classrooms, and it's not mine, and that's why I'm here, because we don't do that. We're a
Okay.
safe space for people to explore their cultures. And that's another thing too. I really tell people to lean into their cultures and research and get inspiration from it, and to see what people come up with. I love it. It's amazing, because then people get to talking and they start connecting their cultures and starting to find like similarities. I love that part.
Yeah, that's important. It's definitely important to know your culture, know where you come from, and it
Definitely.
helps you become more creative the more you learn anyway. So I
Yeah.
agree with you there. So here's my next question. Okay. All right. Solo Dolo cam on me. All right. In the moments of personal challenge or adversity growing up, what coping mechanisms did you develop and how did you apply those lessons today?
I pray a lot. I don't want to talk to yourself too. It's a problem once you start responding. But I talk to God a lot. I actually dragged my mom to church growing up, and it was funny.
Yeah.
My grandmother was, she was into the church, and so when she lived with us, we always went on Sundays. And then even when she left, I still dragged my mom a little bit. The only thing I left the church for was when they said homosexuals are all going to hell, because I have a cousin who is gay, and I was like, there is no way God don't like my cousin for the things that she do. She takes care of her siblings. Like she made sure they didn't get locked up in the system. I was like I will just never forget that day. I was sitting there like, no. I was like, so me and God are still like this. I probably talked to him too much. He's probably like, you need to calm down, child, relax. But find that personal relationship with God. Like not what other people are telling you the relationship has to be. Find your own relationship with God and lean into it heavily, because there have been moments God was all I had, and I just held on. Because oh man, there have been some times, but you just can't, you can't give up.
That's
Keep
right.
praying. I always tell people, I don't. God one day told me just hold my hand and never let go, and I never let go.
That's right. Hold
And
your
we
hand
still
and
rocking.
hold his hand and never let go. God will see us through everything, And
Really.
I understand how you feel as far as that. My aunt, she was murdered because she was gay, and
Oh
she was
man.
murdered by her wife's son. So, I understand how a person could feel. Um, some things in life we just handle them differently.
Yeah.
And we all have, even though we have different views and different opinions, it shouldn't come to that point.
Exactly.
So Solo Dolo Cam on a professor right here.
Hey.
All right. How has your
I know.
involvement with
I need
BLM
to. I should have put
influence your
my.
own mental well-being and emotional resilience? And
Oh,
this is a two-part question.
tell me what the question is. God.
Oh yeah, I'm coming with it. I told you I talk ratchet, but once that camera come on, it's different.
Set me up for the okie doke. Like this
Yeah, I
this
told
wasn't
you.
this isn't how conversations was going last week. Hold on, I'm just kidding. They were though. They still were. They really were.
Yeah, they were. I'm just a little bit more ratchet with it when I'm around my folks. I like to be myself, but when it comes to my professionalism, it's totally different.
I know if people heard my professor voice, they would be like, code switching on 1000%.
Yeah,
So actually, okay.
Hold on. I want you to answer that part.
I know.
I had
Let
a
me stop.
two-part
Okay.
question. Here's the second part of that question. The second part of that question is not how. What made you want to join Black Lives Matter grassroots, and who was the person that convinced you to join? Now you can go ahead.
Man. Okay. I wanted to join since the very first time I witnessed them in action, and that was when they helped me organize my first protest when my friend was slain in Venice in 2015. Melina wasn't able to come because the chaos of everything, and you've seen how much she's running around and always constantly helping people. But she was like, she checked my background out, she verified who I was, made sure I was actually about that action, and she sent bodies. Like she was like, listen, she was like, I can't show up, but she was like, I promise you, I'm sending the people that I can. And at least like 50 people showed up. And they had their signs ready, they had the shirts ready, they were like, we know the issue, they were like, we know his name, they're like, we got this. And I was just like, this is amazing. I didn't have to explain anything to anyone. And so since that day in 2015, I wanted to be just like her. I always tell people I'm going to be the Angela Davis of the suburbs.
Yo, you know how you said about your being the only one and seeing the only one at BET, and it was a glove? That's how it is with Melina. Melina got the glow, and then once she say, hey, everybody, you feel right at home. It's like you're talking to your mom or your auntie, and she just know how to just lay it out. Apologetically Black, too, by the way, folks. She has her professionalism hat as well.
Yeah.
She knows how to turn that on, but when she's around her people, she's her.
Exactly.
And she has that aura as well, and she has a way with letting people know that this is a real situation and we're going to fight until justice is served. I'm sorry, until justice is served, and that's one of the things I loved about Melina as well, because listen, she's the real deal. That's all I'm going to say, because we'll be all day talking about that. She's the real deal. But in San Clarita, what it's like, you said it's racist, but are there any good things there?
I was born and raised here, so it can't be that bad because I always move back, right? I always come back though because I refuse to let them have it.
That's
right. I'm like, we have Black history. Stop trying to hide it.
That's right.
And you're not going to chase us out of here either, because that's what they want. That's ultimately, you're not going to make me uncomfortable. You're not going to price me out. You're not going to chase me out of here with they're not even really about that action in real life. They're only buck and loud on the internet. And I've learned this, the more active I've gotten in the community, I'm like, oh, I was like, and Black people need to show up to more of these school board meetings, because when we show up, they don't know how to act. They really don't. They're like, I kid you not. There was a moment, Moms for Liberty, we're doing some hootenanny with one of she is superintendent, a principal. I want to say it was a principal of an elementary school. We have a group out here for the Black moms. We showed up deep. I'm talking about like at least 10 of us. They didn't show up. When they got word that we were going to be there and it was going to be more than one black person, they said, never mind. They're like, oh, okay. They said, no, never, no.
Changed their mind quickly.
Changed their mind quickly. And I keep telling people, I'm like, you guys, if we show up more, we can control more. Like, you guys are frustrated with what's going on in our city. Show up, and I promise you, we can get some real changes real fast. So that's what I'm aiming for, is to get my people out in these meetings. They are really boring though. Like they're hours and hours long. Like I get why we don't show up, but we have to because they do. Sadly, they stay the whole. They sit there the whole time. So
you know what?
We have to.
If our voice isn't heard, how can we make anything change?
Exactly.
So that's the importance of showing up.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. That's important. So I feel you there. And even though I'm on the north, the east side in North Carolina, I feel what you mean there.
Oh yeah, they've tried to fly their little goofy Confederate flags during their little Trump parade.
Oh yeah, some Confederates here. There's a lot of Confederates here.
They really aren't about that life. I mean, I've had one try to run me off the road once. He didn't do too well though, because I know how to drive. Ex-Lyft driver.
Yes,
when I say I know how to drive, I know how to drive.
Yes, you do. And as a person driving with you,
get it.
You be moving. He tried to run you off. He had a bad experience, huh?
Not playing with these folks. I'm waiting for this. Like, they gonna find it. I told you they call me the local black supremacist. And at this point, I'll take it. I haven't done anything to nobody. I am 5'2.5", but hey, I'll take it. Local black supremacist. Oh yeah.
So
I can't wait to show up with our flag though.
Yeah. So in your experience, what types of mental health stress do activists face most? And how does BLM San Clarita help mitigate these effects?
I definitely want to start incorporating. I have a friend that teaches yoga. And so I'm actually about to reach out to him to start getting more Black people into yoga. Because I know a lot of people that are religious, they're told it's demonic for some strange reason. I don't know why, but doing yoga is... there's some people that are into Christianity. They're like, I'm not going to do yoga and Pilates because it's demonic. I'm like, no, it's a lifesaver. Between your mental health that you like, the mental break that you get when you're in that class and you're doing it, but then also the physical benefits of it, because you do hold stress in your body, especially from all of this. Like even this morning, like I went to check Instagram, and I always tell people like I want people to specifically just focus on me with Black Lives Matter Santa Clarita, because I don't want, the rest of our team catching any slack and getting bothered because everybody isn't as mentally strong as I am. And I used to think I wasn't, but now I look back and I'm like, oh, this is why I get chosen for certain things, because you can say something to me and I'm just like, okay, whatever. Anyways, next, or I'm going to, spit it back at you times 50.
Right.
I went on this morning and immediately it was just, trolls making weird racist comments, weird racist gifs, just bombarded with like just racist, ignorant stuff. That weighs on people. It doesn't weigh on me. I'll respond with something, or I block you. I don't care. But for some people to see that day in and day out, that weighs on them. And that's when I tell people, like, you do have to log out. You got to meditate. Meditation is extremely important. Even I've been slacking on it, but it shows, because you'll start to get a little frazzled. And that's what I was telling people from this weekend. I don't have that frazzled feeling anymore, because, we took the time, we meditated, we prayed, we poured our libations. Those things are extremely important to keep you solid. Like I tell everybody, everyone should have an altar. I don't care, even if it's not your religion. Everyone should have an altar with their pictures of their ancestors, or even just your grandma or your grandpa, whoever you love the most, and just sit and just pray and just ask for all the protection and guidance that you need. Like, that's really what keeps Black people fighting through this fight in general, is our connection with our ancestors and that spirituality. So
Absolutely.
I'm definitely planning on making sure I, hit the nail on the head and carry that home. Like, you guys, this is important. We got to start getting healthy, not just, physically, but mentally. Yoga is important. I wanted to be a yoga teacher for a second until I got to the classes, and I was like, I don't think being a yoga teacher is for me. So,
right.
But it's extremely important. I do it every night for the most part. Try to stretch it out.
Okay. So it goes back. You answered the second part, but I'm going back to the first part.
Listen.
What do you think
Did I ignore
the stress that you face most as an activist doing this work? What is the stress that we face most, in your opinion?
Ooh, it's a new stressor that we have to deal with now. This new weird doxing thing that they got going on with a major problem. The libs of TikTok, that's who they are. They're a major
The trolls,
problem.
so basically the trolls.
Yeah, the trolls, because we've monitored enough people. They have this weird Telegram group where they are just gung-ho on finding all these libtards and I guess destroying their lives because they care about people. Like, God forbid I have a rainbow flag in my classroom and I want people to know their safe space. Just like back in the day, we had certain symbols for Black people to indicate that you're safe here or that you can come here. Same thing with the flag or anything else. It's a symbol to let people know they're safe here. But that whole doxing thing that they're doing now of putting people's addresses online, phone numbers, even their family members, and just getting people harassed is like, it's unnecessary. It's weird. But I'm not too worried about it, because I always tell people, like, I live in the suburbs. So if you want to play that silly game and see how fast the police are going to probably come get you, because my neighbor is going to call the police on you. It's not even going to be me. It's going to be my neighbor, because she's going to be like, why is there a car sitting there? And I live on a cul-de-sac as well. We know who should be over here and who shouldn't. So I'm not too concerned about it, but I've had some colleagues, and actually, you know what? I'm lying. I've had somebody attempt to email the school and tell them that I didn't need to work there because I like Mexicans and gay people. So I'm a threat to society. I always say that and I laugh because they really tried that one time. They emailed them and they were like, she's a terrible design teacher because she's loving to her students. She has rainbows on her page. Look at her. They were like, I don't care. Like, I don't. And it actually, the more they try, it actually makes my students love me more, because they're like, wow, you really are out here fighting for us. And I'm like, yeah.
And that's
Because I
what
want
it's about.
you to be safe once you leave my classroom. I don't want you getting
That's right.
kidnapped. I don't want you getting shot. I want you to go and live a successful, happy life, no matter what you want to do. Like, leave my students alone.
That's right.
I
And
take
that's
that
what it should be
seriously.
about. That's what it should be about. Just period, flat out. So
basically. Oh, like this.
I mean, I said flat out because I agree with you 1,000%, you know, and people shouldn't have to feel like they can't be who they are.
Literally, like, I'm so tired of people having to dim their light to make somebody else feel special because they want to be lame and colonized. That's why I keep telling people, decolonize your mind. I don't think you got to speak with my mentor, Dr. Dory Tunstall, who was the first Black female head of a design department in Canada.
Okay.
I love her. She's my mentor.
Okay.
She's amazing. Also another person I look up to. But her book is called Decolonizing Design. I've read it now for like the 15th time, but I keep reading it because you need to decolonize your mind. Like even when I started her book, there were still things and there's still things to this moment I have to realize I got to decolonize. Like sometimes when I go to design something, I still realize I do have the 5 dead white designers standards still stuck in my head, and I will catch myself making flat, clean designs. And then I'm like, you can throw in some cultural print. You can throw in bright colors. You can do all of these things and it's perfectly fine. I tell my students that like I'm still decolonizing to this day. It's never ending. And that's why I like school. It's never ending. And learning is forever. I tell people, if you think you know everything, you're screwed.
Speaking of school, what unique mental health needs have you witnessed among students at community college versus university?
We definitely need better access to mental health care for our students. It needs to be cheaper because even for myself, like therapy sessions shouldn't cost anyone $154. Especially a college student, how are they going to afford that? I really think we need to have more free therapists volunteering on campuses.
Right.
Especially in times like this, these students are so stressed out. It makes me sad because like I can only offer so much. And I also still have to respect that professor-student boundary. I can't, coddle them too much because, that boundary. But being a mom, it's just seeing some students, like I had a student from Ukraine and she expressed to me how scared she was in the beginning of this year. And she was like, can I not come to class? And I was like, you're fine. Like, but I didn't see, taking a moment, I didn't see half of my students at the past graduation from this weekend. I think I told you, I didn't see any of them. I think I saw one guy from my class out of 40 something students that were supposed to graduate. You're not going to miss your master's degree. Like you're not going to miss your master's graduation. You worked too hard for that. You're not going to miss it. But they're missing it because they're scared. And I'm just like, I want to send an email out to them and be like, I hope you guys are, thriving outside of college now. But it's really just because I want to check on them. Like, are you guys mentally okay? Because I couldn't imagine what it feels like to come to another country, be told that you're from a terrible country, that you're a terrorist, that you're this and that, and now people are just getting kidnapped at random.
Yeah, I can imagine what that's like.
Like
I can imagine.
And then that stressor on top of you have to get a master's, because I just got mine this past summer, and that getting a master's is stressful. Like there were times I definitely cried, definitely cried. So I couldn't even imagine having that fear of ICE kicking down my door or coming into my classroom to snatch me either. So we definitely need more mental health services for our students because they're going through it right now. And then the financial strains of everything, it's a lot for them.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they have a teacher like you to keep them going.
I'm trying. We have a good department at our school, and in general, the college I'm at, it's a safe space. Because I definitely noticed when I left that college and went to another school, I definitely was like, ooh, I want to go back to COC. Like, well, I was like, this new school is ghetto. They're less loving here. They're kind of racist. So I was like, I don't like it. They're working on it now. They're a lot better. I'm not gonna shout them out, but for the people who know me, you know what school it is.
Y'all know who you are.
Right? Like I know. I know. I hang out there now. It's cool. They've gotten it together. But yeah, oh man, back in my day.
Yeah.
Racism. Especially because, back then it was that subtle racism. I feel like it was like, I don't know, trendy. Yeah. It's not even that it was trendy, it's just that's what type of racism we had to deal with back then. I wouldn't trade, no more 90s racism in the classrooms.
I hear that. I wouldn't either.
No more.
So, even though we are here to talk about, things that you do and that you got going on and whatnot, we are also here to talk about something specific. So for those that don't know, we're here to highlight a case that is going on in California that is jacked up, messed up, racist, and biased. So bear with me while I play this little clip for y'all, and then we're going to get into it. Okay. Deb had put something in the chat. She put hi.
Hi. Oh man, I miss
BLM
everyone.
Boston. All right. So we're going to play this clip, and hopefully people can get a feel of where we're about to go with this. You know, here we go.
Chaz Jackson has been incarcerated since 2014 for a crime he did not commit. He was falsely arrested and later wrongfully convicted on human trafficking charges, despite Anaheim PD Detective Paul Delgado admitting he had no probable cause or warrant for Chaz's arrest. Shockingly, Chaz's case was dismissed twice before being improperly filed a third time, an outright violation of California's two-dismissal rule. In August 2024, Chaz's new defense team filed a motion under California's Racial Justice Act, uncovering blatant racial discrimination embedded in his trial. From law enforcement officers to court officials, disturbing racial biases were exposed in the prosecution's narrative. Anaheim Detective Paul Delgado and Lieutenant Craig Friesen perpetuated stereotypes and biased assumptions about black men being predisposed to criminal behavior, with Friesen testifying to the jury, "I don't mean to racially categorize, but the pimps, the people involved, are generally black." Language like this directly links Chaz's conviction to his race, not evidence. Perhaps the most shocking instance was during jury selection when Judge Stephen Bromberg told the jury that Chaz, as an quote-unquote African-American and black, was probably the defendant, a blatant display of racial bias made directly in front of the jury. Chaz's conviction is not just a wrongful conviction, it's a case study in racial injustice. He was sentenced to 99 years to life at only 26-year-old based on bias, not on justice or evidence. Please join me in demanding justice for Chaz Jackson. We call on Orange County Superior Court Judge Richard M. King, California Attorney General Rob Bonta, Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer, and Deputy District Attorney Holly M. Wasner to recognize the undeniable facts of Chaz's case and deliver true justice. His conviction must be vacated and his case dismissed with prejudice under the Racial Justice Act. Sign the petition to support Chaz, linked in bio, in his fight for freedom and to end racial injustice in our legal system. Together we can make a difference.
Man, Orange County.
Free Chaz Jackson.
It's ridiculous. And I've experienced the way they're just racist in court, because they did that same thing during my friend's trial. They said all homeless people are apparently drugged out and they don't know if they witnessed a murder or not.
You know,
people are on drugs. All right. I've witnessed. They come to court and they already have it set in their head. We got to help Chaz.
We definitely need to help Chaz, and this is why we're here.
He was a black man. Like, literally, the lieutenant even said it. I only stopped him because he was black.
Because he was black.
He wasn't doing
Pimps
anything.
are generally black? Like what?
Literally, just because he was black.
Pimps are generally black?
Sorry, I'm not laughing about that. I'm laughing because my daughter just came in and she was like, she's probably hungry now. But no,
you know,
that's Orange County, though.
Statement, that statement alone should have been enough.
Exactly. For the jury to be like, absolutely not. But
to find him not guilty 3 times and then they do it again.
It's not even allowed.
And then sentence him.
99 years.
99 years. So given your background in mental health, what psychological impacts can systemic racism, like the biases in the Chaz Jackson case, have on individuals accused and incarcerated?
He's probably definitely suicidal at this point, and we got to make sure that he's not. And we have to help him, and we have to make sure that he knows that we're fighting for him on the outside. Because when they end up in cases like this, they do become hopeless, and I don't want him to give up because we can get him out. We have the manpower at this point. We just have to get these names on this petition so we can help get Chaz out.
Yeah. People sign the petition. Please, if you don't know anything about this case, type in the name Chaz Jackson. You'll find everything you need to know. You'll find where to sign the petitions as well. And please donate, sign, and help as much as you can. This man was sentenced to 99 years for a crime he did not commit. And they accused him of human trafficking, pimping, pandering, and forceful rape with no evidence.
Zero evidence. Again, they just really pulled up on him because he was just a black man. And I don't remember the Netflix movie, but they've done this before to someone, and they basically wanted to hurry up and end the case and not really have to do too much work. So they're just like, this is the guy. This is what we're going to charge him with. Oh, well.
They dropped this case twice, though. That's my whole thing. They
really
dropped
did.
this case twice.
I don't even understand. I wish I could have been there. I don't even understand who. But then I do understand it's Orange County. Like, they are just. Orange County is just so racist. And that's how they got away with it, honestly. Because again, that's why I said we don't show up. We don't show up locally. And then we want to cry about the repercussions of not showing up locally. This is why I demand people show up locally, because this is important. This is truly what we can control. The people who are working in this court, the judges, all of these people, this is in our power. And also, if you get jury duty, I know it sucks. Nobody wants to do it, but please show up because we need us. We really do. Because I want to know
who. So the detective, I found his name too.
Ooh.
Remember we were talking about that earlier?
Read through that transcript.
I have it.
It's a lot.
I have the name at least. We couldn't get the transcript on, but I will post the transcript on my social medias for everyone to see. But remember, we were talking about the name of the officer. His name is Anaheim PD Detective Delgado.
That's why I like to call him just Lieutenant D. But
yeah, D. Delgado.
But he told the jury, he said, I don't mean to racially categorize, but the pimps, the people
are
involved are generally black.
Yep.
How did he even get away from? That's not expert testimony. That's literally racial profiling, dressed up in a freaking uniform. Like, that's all that is.
My experience with the police hasn't been great interaction my whole life. And to be honest, part of the reason I don't have my beard anymore is because of that. I used to have a beard that was way out here and constantly stopped by the cops. In Philadelphia, and I literally got locked up for according to them, I looked like a robbery suspect, and I had just got off the train and just got out of the exit. So how could I have robbed somebody if I was on the train? But that didn't matter to them. They locked me up, and I was sitting in the cell for 13 hours until they finally let me go. I've never trusted the police. I don't like the police. And as we say, the hell with 12. I'm not going to say what I really say.
Okay.
We really say.
We just don't like 12.
We don't like 12 at all.
It was a domestic violence situation, and they were supposed to come and help me, and he had this attitude of like, you're wasting my time, hurry up. Like, literally was like, can you hurry up? Am I not bleeding right now? Like, what do you mean hurry up, sir? And like that day I was like, never again. I will defend myself. I'm not calling anybody. Because for what? To be told you're wasting my time, you need to hurry up, ma'am? Like, oh, okay, that's fine. So then the
These
next
cats don't
time,
genuinely care about people.
they really don't. And that's
It's
something
really
that
just a check. And
it
if you
really
got
is
the
just a
shade,
check.
the melanin, they really don't care.
Okay, because I have the voice that gets them here quick. But then when they get here, they're like, no, I don't really want to help you. What are you talking about? No, wrong
Right.
person. That's why I tell people I can get them here quick. They ain't going. They still don't like me once they get here though. So
So
that's
how might
ridiculous.
experiences of wrongful conviction and prolonged incarceration affect a person's mental health?
It's definitely tearing him down on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
I do want to work on how we can get in direct contact with him, like start writing letters to him and let him know, like, I'm here at least. And like everybody's here. Because that it's lonely, especially the longer that you're in there. That's why I tell people stay out of gangs and things like that, because once you get locked up, all those so-called friends that you have, they disappear. They move on with their lives. They don't write you anymore. They don't call you. And
That's a
so
fact.
I hope that's not his case. Like I hope, he still has people coming to visit him and he has people writing letters to him, because I couldn't even imagine. Like I've had, people locked up for long periods of time. Some of them have come back mentally not the same ever again.
Yeah.
And they're not here because of it. So we really got to get this man out, because
The longer he sits, the more
the
he'll
longer
miss
he
out on the
sits, the
world.
more
Yeah.
exactly.
And
And
he
he
won't
doesn't
be
deserve
familiar with
that.
the world he knew because
I
times
can't
will
even imagine.
change.
Yeah, and just the small amount of time that has passed, everything is so drastically different, and that's a culture shock when they come back out. And
Yes.
that's a whole nother thing that people don't realize that they have to go through. People always think because I'm a suburban baby. No, no. Listen, I always tell people I live in the suburbs. Okay, but I definitely understand what happens with that. We got to get that man out. Because
Yeah, we
again,
definitely have to get him
I've
out.
I've had family members that have gotten locked up and they came back and they were never the same, and they're not here anymore because whatever happened while they were locked up. And I know about prison life. It's not a good place. We all advocate for all of this too. We don't need prisons. It's
That's
literally
right.
just a place that creates a bigger monster than that whatever even got sent in there. They could make even a murderer a worse person than, how they came in. It's insane the way things work in jail. Like it's just we gotta get him out. Please, y'all sign this petition.
Sign the petition.
It is
So Renee,
www.change.org/justice for the number for Chaz, two Z's, CHAZZ. Y'all, please sign this. I'm gonna send him a letter next week. Well, I'm gonna mail
so
it
Renee,
out tomorrow, but yeah. Yes,
have you seen similar cases where activists or defendants faced overt bias?
all the time. Are there ever any? We always have a bias when it comes to us. You can
Being as
have
though
the.
I'm just getting started, I know that, these things happen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the experience like? And I know that, our group has made some change into the laws, with the Waukesha's law and things
Yeah.
like that. So how do we get into this space to create a change for things like this? Wrongful arrest, wrongful imprisonment, because this is bananas. Just this case alone is I really want to curse for real.
I really do. I hate saying this, but this
Really want to
case,
curse for real, but I'm not
yeah,
going to because God got me like,
it's
nah, don't say that.
it's
But
malarkey. It's
yeah, it's
malarkey.
some malarkey. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. This is some malarkey.
Because
I'll definitely
this
say
really is the perfect example of systematic racism. Like, this is
yes.
what they built this racist legal system to do. Like, how this happened, this is how they built it to go. Like, sadly, it worked exactly the way they wanted to. And how I always used to say that Black judges would fix that, but I actually had a dealing with a Black judge and they didn't help me at all. They were very on the oppressor side in
Yeah.
their whole attitude and how they even treated me. And I was just like, did you not just hear me say I'm a professor? What is your attitude, Miss Ma'am? Like, huh? She had this attitude like I was just another, you know what, on the corner. Like, I did something to her. Like, I was just like, alrighty, not all skin folk or kinfolk.
That's right.
So I
You
don't
know, I
even.
feel like
How
this is
do we get
why
in there and fix it? I think we have to demand more laws, and just like with Lakeisha's law, we have to start coming up with more and pushing for it and demanding. Because being in the system, some people get into the system and they change, they get bought over, they turn shady. So I don't even think, having people within the system would help us, because there's
I
enough Black
agree.
judges. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, ever since that encounter, I don't trust them.
I feel like this is why reform is important. You know, reform is very important, you know, and the petitions help a long way.
It
You know,
does.
it benefits communities, facing systemic oppression. And for one thing, I know for a fact that when someone is wrongfully convicted, they lose a part of themselves, for one.
Oh yeah.
They lose a part of themselves because they're facing never seeing the light of day again. So that part within itself is it does something to the mind.
Hmm.
But not just that, to be wrongfully committed for something that you didn't do, you know, can bring a mental toll to, like you said earlier, it can make a person feel suicidal. And I pray that that does not happen to him also. But I also pray that, justice, prevails in this, because the way that this racial, uh like I said, I want to curse so bad I almost
Right.
did
I
it
wanna
again.
I wanna cuss so bad.
But the way this detective basically said that pimps are generally Black.
He needs to be held accountable for his BS. Like,
Right. How can this man basically get this man sentenced based off his opinion?
literally.
It's just his opinion. And
Yeah,
sway the
because
jury
again,
to
he
feel the
said,
same way.
yeah, because he made another comment. He said, male Blacks often recruit prostitutes.
Right.
That's literally not evidence. That's just anti-Black as hell. What do you
Right.
mean? Because there's pimps of all races, not just Black men. So again, the fact that he said that and the jury was still like, hey, yeah, no. And again, that is during jury selection. That's why they do it on purpose. So some
And
of
they
us do
convicted him
show
of
up.
17 counts.
That's another
17
thing
counts.
that shouldn't be allowed. The way that they stack everything to give you the utmost time. There's a lot of reform that has to go on with the system, and it's hard because again, the system is specifically built to destroy us. Even
Absolutely.
with even with a good education, it's still hard to fight the system.
I agree. I agree. You
We
know,
need to start having legal training so we
yeah,
can
I
start
think that
knowing
would
our
be
laws
great.
a lot more.
And that actually helps us learn more as far as building policy as well.
Hmm.
And that can be very effective, because the more we have strength in numbers, the better that turns out, as
Yeah,
always. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. And what I see here is basically they just looking at this man because of his skin color and locking him away and throwing the key.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he black, he did it.
Exactly.
You know.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine. Like, yeah, no, that would do a number on me mentally. Because just think how you feel. I don't even like how the little Karens be around town trying to bother. Now, it doesn't put a mental damper on me like that, but it's still annoying. It's something that'll, piss you off. Now,
Right.
I couldn't even imagine being thrown in jail for 99 years off of some goofy malarkey that they said. Like, no.
Yeah, it's
But
it's
again, this is,
definitely jacked up.
yeah. Oh, and then again, he said, the judge himself told jurors during the jury selection, you see a black man at the table. You probably assumed like you said, you probably assumed he's the defendant. That alone should have literally triggered a mistrial because it's bias. Since when is your judge allowed to show that he's biased?
Right. The judge was definitely biased. I agree. So, what could the trauma from racialized legal treatment influence community trust in the justice and mental health systems?
We need more people. We need more black therapists as well. And we also need to find the black therapist. I have a black therapist. Shout out to her. She's amazing. Everybody needs a therapist, especially black people. You need a black therapist that can keep it real with you. And
Yeah.
again, because they know what you've been through and because they go through it as well. We actually probably mutually need each other. But we definitely need to build a database to start getting these people therapy help because I can't even imagine what they probably offer him in prison. It's not going to be adequate enough. We definitely need to come up with a database or something of black therapists to start helping these people and the families in general.
I agree.
Me writing notes down now, like how many therapists can I locate so we can make a database? Because we need this, especially black men. Black
Yeah.
men need more
I
love.
agree. I've done
Listen, I
years of
can go on a
therapy.
whole hour spiel about how the black man in mental health is not focused on at all. And
Hey,
that's why I
listen.
know Chaz needs us because people. Remember I was asking earlier when we were all together this weekend, who has it worse, the black man or the black woman? And I know it's hard being a woman, but I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like black men, the second you walk outside, everyone's like, scary big black man, run. He's going to hurt me. Like, that's crazy. I don't
From the
have
moment
to.
we walk out the door, you're absolutely
Yeah.
correct.
I
I
don't
do
have to
go
worry
through that.
about walking
So,
up to people and them being like, oh, I'm scared. She's going to do something to me. Like, you guys literally have to watch every move that you make. That's insane. So
yes.
the mental strain that probably comes with that. I'm like, yeah, we need more black therapists for y'all.
Yeah, we're
We're going to
under a
figure this
microscope.
out.
Yeah, we're definitely under a
Just
microscope
like
from the moment we walk
Chaz,
out.
I have to go and ask to see the specific location of what Chaz was even doing. But what was Chaz? Chaz was just minding his own damn business.
Minding his own business. Yes. And that's what makes this crazy. This case crazy to me.
Yeah.
Is the fact that he was just minding his own business.
business.
And then they said that he was having conversations about getting people for money or whatever with no evidence to back that. They just
no evidence, just racial bias.
So, I feel as though the more we bring things like this to light, the more people can hear about it, take interest in it, read about it, look at videos about it, and they'll understand. And sign the petition. Do what you can to help,
Please
folks.
sign
Say
it,
the site again. Say the site again.
Yes, it is www.change.org/justice and 4, the number 4, and it's Chaz, CHAZZ. Please sign it. And
one more time.
I had one more update from them because they were in my DMs. Hold on. They said that The deadline was July 18th, but apparently there was no filing of a response from the Orange County District
Yeah,
Attorney
they were supposed to respond yesterday.
that was challenging Chaz's Racial Justice Act petition. So again, get those signatures on it. And it's change.org/justice, the number 4, Chaz, and it's CHAZZ. Because we got to get this man out. This is
www.change.org/justice
for Chaz. Make sure you guys share it, talk about it, tag your elected officials, let them know that we see them and we know what's happening and that we're not going to stay silent, especially as racism is just out here masquerading as justice. We got to stop that because it's not okay. We got to put an end to it.
Here we go. And as y'all see, it's at the bottom of the banner, folks. I'm sorry. I need some water. My mouth is like very dry.
I know. I want to grab my water bottle, but I'm also like, I don't want to just be all on camera. Like,
go ahead. Take a moment. Solo
oh,
camera on me.
I should plug them. Supplement Black-owned bottles. This way. Listen. Black-owned. They're better than Stanley. They hold more water. Ooh, I gotta feel. My daughter already tried to steal that one from me. I said, listen, I had to hide it because if she gonna try to take it to school, and then they're gonna be like, see the local black supremacist. Got her daughter. Like, no. My daughter is good. She's just very proud to be black. And that's it. She doesn't know too much just yet. You know, I didn't want to overwhelm her.
She should be proud to be black. That's right.
But she definitely be out here drawing her I'm proud to be black stuff, and I love it. Because, man, we got to save the kids. But
That's
actually
right.
Save the kids. Because Moms for Liberty be saying that and talking about save the kids and they be trying to kill them. Man, I should have sent you the QR codes to put up.
I'll put the site up at the bottom, though, as you can see.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That works. Please
Yeah.
sign this petition, y'all. Please. We need it. I'm definitely about to. He's gonna be like, this girl keeps sending me letters because I have a lot of stamps, and I have a whole thing of notes that I can send. So we're gonna start writing letters to Chaz to let him know because the mental health. It's so. I can't send him a crystal. Can I mail him a crystal? Would they take it?
Probably not.
I'm gonna mail him a crystal and pray.
So let me ask you this.
That's the spiritual stuff that I'm on, okay?
I hear you. Let me ask you this. How do you integrate discussions of racial trauma and mental wellness into your classroom, especially regarding landmark cases like this?
I don't have the book near me. I use a lot of books I don't want to brainwash sounds creepy. I use a lot of books to explain things to people. I tell them, check this book out, and I usually start it with my mentor's book, Decolonizing Design. And then I also have them read another book called Where the Black Designers Are, because like I was talking about earlier, once you read one group's story, it's going to lead you into another group of people's story, and it's going to make you go look at this, and it's going to make you make all these connections. And so once I get my students usually to read those two books, it takes them on this little mission, and they start finding everything else, and they come back and they're like, I just learned all these things and I had no clue, and everybody is like similar, and that's always my goal. But I definitely use books a lot, and definitely artwork too. Artwork as well. A lot of visuals because I'm a visual learner. So I definitely always have a good visual to bring things home in the classroom. And I also welcome if they have anything that, they want me to check out. I let them do that as well. Always have open conversations. And then in general, like I just try to start each class with, what do you guys want to tell me? Any news stories or anything that's inspiring you in your work. We also do a lot of that. We incorporate a lot of what's going on in the real world into our art projects. So I always tell them, like, if there is an issue that you want to discuss and you want to make an art project on it, you can go ahead and do that. I actually had a student win an award for a sociology book cover contest, and they were the first actual design student to win at our school. So that was awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was really dope. Again, I just wish I could quickly pull up these things to like pull it up, but their poster was for trans rights, and it was really dope because that's a major issue. That's also something that Black Lives Matter and Santa Cruz we fight against as well, is people that don't think trans lives matter. And that's not what we're doing over here. All lives matter. I don't care what's going on. If it's a Black life, that's all I need. I don't care what that Black life wants to wear. I don't care how they speak. I don't care what color flag they're flying around. As long as they're a Black life, I'm gonna fight for them. I mean, all my students, of course, aren't Black because you're my student. I don't care what you are. You're my baby. But being a professor has just shown me how our fight's not over. We have so much more to keep fighting for.
That's right.
Yeah, they definitely need us. Like I said, like again, the mental health. More now than ever. I feel like people they feel so alone, and you would think with social media we'd be more connected. It makes people feel more alone, and we got to get out of that. As people say, we got to touch grass.
That's right.
It's not even that. You don't even have to touch grass. You just have to connect digitally with the right people.
That's right. Connection is always key.
That connection to that petition.
Folks.
Like the connection to that petition down there.
That's right. Do what y'all got to do. And y'all see these 2 fingers? Follow that right there.
Do it.
Go down there. Do what you need to do and support. We need the support, y'all. Free Chaz Jackson.
Matter of fact, we need to plot of where we gonna pull up at.
Yeah, we definitely need to pull up.
We definitely got to pull up.
Definitely need to pull up because what we do, we put our boots on the ground for real, and we ain't just talking.
Upset I missed the last boots on the ground action on Sunday. Ugh, I had mom duty.
Oh man!
And I would have been screaming through that window. I know you hear me out here.
You was there. Look, you seen the video? You seen it? We wasn't playing.
I'd have been like, I got your delivery.
Y'all ain't creating nothing. The creator's house. Come on, man.
What irritates me is that could literally be a house that we could use to house families that are in danger, that end up in financial binds. We could use that as in general, just a meeting house. And again, still housing. We could feed people. We could start a new people's food program and do all the things there. That house could do a lot, but it's for you and I guess your kids, because I saw the toddler shoes. So, and the family photos. That was crazy.
Yeah. Thievery.
Stolen money. That's bold. They blocked me. I know they blocked me on Instagram because I posted a comment and I said, "Oh, look, you guys are now pretending that you guys help the motherland and you're." Oh, that's what I said. I said, "Oh, that's why they weren't home, because they were stealing money from the motherland." Now that's why they weren't home. Apparently, they're in Africa helping people. They about to steal their money next.
Yeah, wherever they can get donations from.
That's what I was saying. And it
looked more and promote their high life.
With her little scarf. I'm helping them get water. Yeah. How much did you scam while you're helping them get that little bit of water, though? So remember, Black Lives Matter grassroots is Black Lives Matter, y'all.
It's Black Lives Matter. That's right. I had to let my compadre right here say it first, and now I'm gonna say it. Black Lives Matter grassroots is Black Lives Matter.
That's right.
So when y'all see this other Black Lives Matter, listen, they're not the real deal. They the ones that stole, and they just living a high life. So when y'all be having those thoughts, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter, they not the real deal. They living in mansions and stuff. Those are the people that stole the whole movement
Sure
and
did.
did it to live lavish. This is the real movement here.
And I'll never forget seeing that happen too when the Trayvon Martin thing happened and everybody was on Twitter, and then you had those fake Twitter activists and you had everybody that just wanted to get fame and popular.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made me fall back, because I was like, you guys aren't real activists. You guys just want to be famous. You guys just want followers in numbers so you can monetize and make money. Like, you're not real. Yeah.
Well, listen, if y'all want to know about the real deal, I'm going to put the site for that as well. So that way you guys can have a full understanding. And it's right here. Boom. Black Lives Matter, grassroots.org. Go there. Y'all want to know about us? Y'all want to know the truth? You want to know what we fight for? What we believe in? Why we care about our folks the way we do? Go get the information. You can read about it. And we here for y'all. This is why I wanted Renee on, because Renee, she ain't playing no games. And all the chat is going to be on.
They're about to get
so be aware.
Oh, yeah. Watch out now.
That's right. All the chapters will be here on the show. And we're going to talk about the boots on the ground, because the work is important. So let me ask you this. Solo Dolo came on you again. You know, we're going to get back into the questions.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't, I mean, do they need to follow Black Lives Matter Santa Cruz? We're on Instagram. You can follow us.
That's right. Follow.
There is more than me again, but I like to be the front face so people think they can bully me. I also like Terry said, I like to fight. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I do. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I like to fight for my people, because how do you think we got here? Our ancestors were fighting. We can't give up.
That's right. They try to make it seem like we never fought back.
Right?
We definitely fought back. So here's my next question.
Do.
Okay. How do you believe your personal journey intersects with your activism and teaching mission, particularly as it pertains to collective healing and community empowerment?
Oh man, the intertwining of all of it is insane. How do I even start this one? Oh my God. Okay. I just have to say it all perfectly intertwined with each other. And the more self-reflection I did, I was just like, oh, you know how when things happen, you're like, oh God, why did this happen to me? And I'm like, oh, that's literally why it happened to me. That door had to close so I could walk through this one, so I could be here to help this student and to help this person and to be in this job. I'm like, oh, so it worked out. And my favorite thing is, one of my colleagues in the design department knew one of my old teachers that passed, may he rest in peace. And during the interview, again, the interview went over our time, because me and her just bonded immediately during the interview over activism. Because again, I want to be in the building and in the room so I can flip the table over for my people, and she wants to do the same. And so me and her just always plotting on how we can make things better. And I love that. And that's why I said things perfectly intertwined. Like the fact that I thought because he was gone that I wasn't going to be able to do anything else ever again. I don't even know why that was my thought process, but it was. And then I met her, and then she knew him, and then it was just,
yeah,
we're just out here doing it, and it's amazing. And again, now I'm an educator director on a board, and now they're down to come to our headquarters because I told them we can do a workshop for political zines. And so that's my first goal, is a political zine workshop as educator director. So I'm excited because, again, we got to get ICE up out of LA. It's another issue. We got to get them up out of here. So the intertwining, it's amazing. I definitely I love it. It was a journey. I got to write a book about this one day, but I appreciate it, the roads and the bumps and the roller coasters, and thinking I was gonna die 9 times out of 10. But hey,
Yeah.
we made
So
it.
I want to say this. I think that you're an amazing person.
Thank
I want to
you.
say that thank you for fighting the good fight. Thank you for your belief in people, and thank you for being funny as hell and a dope professor.
I be trying. No, that's yeah. Cause I always
Hey,
tell my students,
listen.
I don't want to stress you out because I'll be damned if it ever pops off. You ain't coming to my classroom. they're gonna re- they're gonna remember. And I've actually had that kind of moment. I stopped somebody from like spazzing out, and I was just like, thank God they ran into me and not somebody else who was gonna ignore them, and then it was gonna pop off left and right on this campus. But you can't you can't poke at people. You have to just remember people are always going through things and you don't know about it. So just try to be nice. And I always just tell people, treat people how you want to be treated. So if
That's
you want to
right.
be treated terribly, you can start it off that way, and that's how we're just going to continue. But yeah, we learned that in kindergarten, so that's just how I try to live.
That's right.
I want to be treated with love, so I'm gonna treat you with some love. But again, unless somebody lets me know that that's not how they want to operate, and some people do, like the Karens and the people running this Chaz case, they don't want to be treated with love, and I won't be treating them with love. They're gonna be like they're gonna kick me out before I even get there. Watch
Hey, look,
the emails,
you don't worry about
the
that.
letters, and the calls are coming because once I get all the information, it's a wrap. I'm sending everybody to. We're calling the courthouse. We're calling everybody we got to call. We're sending letters. We're sending emails.
I know
We
you
getting
said
Chaz out.
that's right. We definitely gonna get Chaz out. And listen, you and I can work collectively to do whatever we need to do. Not just the media calls like this, but
Yeah.
whatever we can collectively together to make things work more. I'm the new activist on the board along with other chapters like yourself included.
I
So
know it's my first time running a whole chapter. I'm
you-
nervous, but I'm
so
excited.
like they said, they want us to work together collectively. We starting right
We got
away.
it. Right? Immediately. We getting to work immediately.
Immediately. So, how do you think, where do you think LA needs policy the most right now?
Ooh. Oh, man, LA is torn up right now. I want to say housing, but then no, we need to get our police under control because they've been out of control for so long. Like they've never been under control actually. So why am I lying? They've never had a moment where they've been on pause and have acted right and been respectful. That's what we need to start. Defund the police. And I hate when people are like, "Oh, that means you don't want to." No, that doesn't mean there's not going to be somebody to stop, psychopathic murderers and criminals from doing anything. I personally think you should just not have any weapons because I think that would change a lot of people's attitudes when they walk up to people that they don't like. It would
Right.
probably stop them from that racial bias if you don't have a weapon to take that big black man out with, huh? You're gonna have to think about your actions a little bit if you're just going up to somebody's car and tap tap and all you got is a flashlight. We need to take it back to those days. All you got is a flashlight because
Just a
this is getting out of
flashlight.
it's a flashlight.
I
I don't
mean,
know if you've seen the story that 3 police officers were blown up in a training explosion. It was this morning, right? I think it was this
mm,
morning. It was either yesterday morning or this morning. Why the heck did they have explosives at their training camp in the first place? That was my first
yeah,
question. Like, rest in peace, because I know they were young kids and they aren't even they just got here and they're poor souls and their poor families. But why did they have explosives at training camp? You're a police officer. What are you doing? Because it wasn't the bombs, unless they were the bomb squad people. But why are you practicing with a real bomb that could kill you? So again, why do our police officers have explosives? And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, no, we need to defund this because this is getting ridiculous. Defund the police is first for LA. Because once we defund them, we're going to have the money to fix the rest of society.
Yeah. You know,
where all of our money goes.
Baba and I had a conversation about that.
Yeah.
And what he was saying was he feels is the same way you do. You know, get rid of the guns entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me, myself, being a victim of gun violence, I feel a little bit different when it comes to guns.
Yeah.
You know, I was shot in the head. And to be honest, I feel like I'd rather be caught with it than without it. You know?
Yeah.
And that's not if you have them legally, then I'm all for that, you know.
Yeah.
It's the illegal guns that I have a problem with.
Oh,
you
and
know,
all those ghost guns
if you
with
get the
3D
proper
guns.
training, you go through the proper training, you do everything that you need to do legally to have your firearm, kudos to you.
Yeah.
It's the ones that's out here illegally shooting people, doing what they doing. You know, I got shot in the head by somebody who had an illegal firearm. And I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know?
Oh my
I
God.
left Philadelphia to move down south. South. Oh God, I need water.
You need to get some water. You need to get you a black-owned supplement bottle. You would think they pay me for this, the way I plug this bottle. It's just because I only fill it up
I
like
got a
once or
black-owned
twice.
supplement bottle. It's right here. The water I drink so fast. You know, when you're on here doing what you're doing for so long, after a while, your mouth just gets dry. You know.
I know. I keep them checking to make sure I'm not crusty.
Yeah.
That's not
Listen,
attractive.
oh my God. On the trip, when we went to the club, I'm gonna tell you about that off camera though. You're gonna be cracking
I'm
up.
so mad I missed it, but I was tired, man. I was so tired.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that, you know, one of the things that the policy that needs to change in North Carolina is the fact that, you know, cops, the immunity. I think that's across the board, period
Yeah,
though, right?
we need to get
Immunity.
rid of that.
They need to get rid of immunity, period. These
Oh, and
cops do what they
investigating
want.
themselves. We need to stop letting them investigate themselves. Because of course I'm gonna say I did nothing wrong. What? Why would I
Right.
why would I admit the truth of my wrongdoings? Are you crazy? Like, duh, I did nothing wrong. We gotta dead that too. Like, they need to be investigated by a whole completely different entity that
Yes. I agree.
has no interest in any of their nonsense. Like, because of course their investigations are gonna support, they're all friends. And I learned
agree.
that with the thing that happened with my friend, and then going to the court, the small amount that I did, like, because I didn't want to go to the trial. It was just a bunch of just racist, just racial bias, painting my friend as just some like crazed homeless man who started a fight, and that's how he ended up getting shot and killed. Like,
So
I showed you the
break it
news
down a bit.
article like this.
Tell us a bit more about your friend. Yeah.
Oh man.
Dive into it.
Yeah, name was Jason Jamal Lee Warren, and he was shot in 2015 outside of the Venice, what is it? The Venice Hotel, but it had a longer name. It's closed now. But when we went down there, we got, you know, the real story from the people who were not deranged and crazy because they're unhoused, you know, not just homeless people, unhoused. They said that the hotel owner doesn't like unhoused people being near his hotel because I guess it gives it a bad look and whatever. People don't like the homeless and unhoused. Okay, whatever. They're dirty, all this like nonsense. He hates them. And they said like he frequently was telling them like leave and don't be over here, and like chases them off. And so one night he had his security guard and it just got too heated. And they said that he specifically told him to shoot that N-word, because that's something I will just never forget. It's just something that I don't even know why it disturbed. I mean, it's probably just ancestral, just like that's the fact that that's the last thing that my friend heard before you took his life was shoot that end. Like he doesn't deserve that. He's never
that's
done anything
bananas.
in his life like that. Yeah, like that's crazy. And so they said, and when he told them, they said he did, and like there's footage of it. Just they were gonna start fist fighting, and I wish the
How
guy
old
would
was
have
he?
had. Oh God, how old was he when this happened? 27? Because he's 2 years older than me. How old was I? No, 26. 26. Yeah. And
Continue.
he has a son, and that disturbs my soul as well because it's just like you took this child's father and again did nothing wrong. That's another reason why I didn't want to go to court, because they just played that video over and over and over and over. And now that I know his son is of age, he can just go online and watch that video over and over. That, you know, it's something you have to stop yourself from doing too. When the violence gets recorded, you definitely have to. That's why I think therapy is important. You have to control yourself and not go and watch it over and over, because you just do. And I don't know why you blame yourself. Like, maybe I should have like called him or something and he wouldn't have been out there. And like, it was some other things with our French situations. And so some people were blaming themselves, and you can't keep watching the video over and over again. But the hotel owner got off because he worked for, actually, no, he owned the Venice construction company. So of course he has ties within the community. So of course, you know, he had people writing letters saying, oh, he's a pillar to our community because he's helped build this and he's done this, and oh, he's not a bad person. And so then they just decided to flip the whole scenario, and the security guard went from being the security guards of the hotel to just this guy that was there, and he's a part of MS-13. And you know how they love to spin that MS-13 to just like every Mexican is a part of MS-13. I don't even think he really was a part of a gang, because I really think they just spun that story to just, you know, actually, you know what? No, he had a criminal history, because once they read it out, no, he should. And that's another thing. We have to make sure some people really do stay in prison where they belong, but at the same time, we need to be able to help people and not just make them crazier.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we as a society, we got to sit down and figure out how to rehabilitate people and not just lock them away forever, because like that can't be the answer.
You know, Dr. Molina spoke on this during our time at the convening, and she spoke about how, you know, when something happens to a Black person, whether they get killed or whatever happens, they try to dehumanize this person as much as they can. Oh, he had a criminal record. He did this.
Oh, he
did
had
that.
marijuana in his system.
He had marijuana.
Yeah.
He had a misdemeanor or whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
And I love how everyone else in the meeting was talking about it. And one of the biggest things in that meeting, during the media meeting, was control the narrative.
Yeah.
Humanize these people as much as you can, because they try to make it seem like people don't make mistakes.
Exactly.
You know, people don't learn from their mistakes. People had a past. Everyone has a past.
Exactly.
But should I judge you because of your past? Because where I went before doesn't mean that's where I'm going now.
Exactly. And they tried to label my friend as some like crazed homeless man that just wanted to run around and fight people, and that's why he ended up getting shot. Like, excuse me?
That's why it is our goal to humanize these people as much as possible.
Exactly. That's why I make sure I throw him into everything I possibly can. And that's why I added him to my capstone for my master's degree. And so people know, like, this is why my company is named the way it is. This is why we only take the certain projects that we take, because my end goal ultimately is to I want a building with his face on it, and I'm helping somebody. I don't know who, but somebody's going to be getting help while they stare at his face and remember what happened to him, because it was malarkey. And it makes no sense. You should be able to be unhoused for a minute if something happens. First of all, you shouldn't even have to be unhoused. That's a whole separate story. But you should be able to go through things and struggle without it taking your life.
Yeah.
You should be able to make mistakes without it costing your
That's
life
right.
as well. Because I
That's
swear
right.
I've done some things. I didn't get, murdered for it, and nobody should. You should be able to make a mistake and reflect on it the next day. So,
Yeah. You just built a great segue question, and it actually was my next question. Looking ahead, what mental health initiatives or programs, either through BLM, your company, or your academic work, are you most passionate about building?
I think the zine workshop is going to help people with their mental health as well, because it's just something that happens to your brain when you're using your hands. It's like
Yeah.
and being creative, like, I don't know, it's just calming. And then to be able to get out whatever is, jumbled up in your head, that's going to be a huge mental release for people. So that's my main goal right now, is to get this zine workshop going, and maybe even getting it going to where it's like, if it's not weekly or maybe bi-weekly or monthly or something like that, so people can have that space.
Yeah.
Because that's what's really important, is being able to have those spaces and letting people know that they have that space to come to.
Yeah. That's awesome. See? You're a rock star. I got two more questions before we get out of here.
All right. My
Two more
daughter's looking at me
questions.
like, Mom, no.
Yep. I told you it was going to go by quick, though, and it did.
It did.
It did. But here's my next question. Okay.
Fix my glasses for this one.
One mental health. Did you hear me?
Oh, which one? What? No.
If you could give your younger self one mental health insight, what would it be?
This is gonna sound it. Y'all gonna laugh, but some other people might not think it's funny. Don't let them cracker monkeys hold you down. And don't let anybody that can get burnt by the sun tell you that you're not smart. Stop listening to that. I had somebody tell me Black people couldn't read once.
What?
I hit him with a backpack too. I wonder whatever happened to that kid. He said Black people can't read. I smacked him with a backpack.
Take these books, boy.
I said, ugh. The principal was like,
can't read.
That's what I said. I can't read. Boy, where I got all these books. I don't know. Why was that my reaction? Like, wait, that's all I had on me. I'm a thrower. That's why I'm a thrower. That's why I make sure I am protesting in proper environments, because I'm a thrower. I will throw something in a second. Be like, what did you say? Yeah. Can't be doing that. I protest. But just don't ever tell me Black people can read. But yeah, that's what I would tell my younger self. Like, don't let them crackers get into your head and make you feel dumb, because they love to do that, because kids are so impressionable. And especially now that I'm in the position, you respect your teacher. Even if you don't like that teacher, you still want that teacher's respect to an extent. And then you still kind of like you hold them in this certain position no matter what. And so if you degrade that student, it really does stick with them for forever. So I'm not doing it. Not over here. I've had those teachers, again, like that's how I feel like that's how they keep us down, by telling us, oh, you're not smart. They used to try and put me in remedial classes, in ninth grade. I'll never forget this. I can't remember my counselor's name. I can't remember anybody's name. Okay, I remember faces, but no name. My counselor, she was like, "So how are your classes going?" Like, you go check in towards the end of the semester. And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I feel like I'm in a dumb kids class," because I was like, "We're learning about nouns." And I was like, "We learned this in elementary school." And she was like, "Huh? You're learning what?" And I
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, we're learning like nouns and stuff, like how to form a sentence properly." And she was like, "Wait," she was like, "What?" And I'll just never forget her reaction on her computer. She's like at her desk and she's like looking for stuff. And she was like, "What class are you in, Renee?" And I was like, "I'm in like English, whatever." And she was like, "That's not what English class you're supposed to be in." And I was like, "Huh?" She was like, "You don't belong there." She was like, "How did you get into that classroom?" And I was like, "I don't know." She was like, "Did you pick your own schedule or did they just give you a schedule?" And I was like, "They gave me the schedule." And she was like, "No." She was like, "Nope, nope, nope, no." And after that semester, I was in regular English classes. I took every single English class that my college had to offer. I even got a letter from the dean saying like, congratulations, you're a dork.
You
For
took
taking
advantage
every
of
single
every
English.
opportunity. That's awesome.
So because they were playing with me in high school, trying to treat me like I was dumb, being in those remedial classes turned me into a very good writer. Like my writing is so on point to where people will be like, "Hey, I wrote that," and I'm like, "It didn't. It didn't." That's a whole separate discussion. Black people, the way that we write to be able to compete in academia, it comes off as AI.
Right.
That's just
Because
how
we're
we are.
very
But yeah,
intelligent.
it comes off like, yeah, I had to deal with that a lot of people being like, "You cheated, you copied this." Who did I copy it from? Please tell me. Especially back then. I don't have that technology. Who did I copy it from?
People might not like to
Man.
hear it, but we're the most copied race in the
Listen.
entire world.
Have you seen K-pop is now copying old, like, I want to say like 70s and 80s hip hop? It
Yeah, they
sounds good, but I'm not
copy
supporting
everything.
it. I'm not
They want to make
supporting it.
everything that we do their own, and it sucks.
Everything. It
It sucks.
sucks. Because everybody
But one
wants
thing I learned
everybody
is
wants to be
this.
black, but nobody wants to blue.
Right? Say it again. Repeat it again.
Everybody want to be black, but nobody wants the blues.
Right. They don't want to endure our struggle, our
They
fight,
don't.
our
They just want
plight.
the swagger. That's it.
They just
The
want the
clothes.
swag.
The
That's a
cute.
fact.
It's ridiculous. I was telling my sister that the other day. Remember when white kids wanted to be white? Like, we had skateboarders back in my day. What happened to those white boys? Like the skateboarders, where are they? We don't have any. All I see is little Todd and Duncan out here talking about, what word they love to try and take, and then, bruh, cuz. Why are you even
Cuz
saying
and
that,
bruh was
Connor? You
definitely
don't even
is our word.
like, Connor, why are you speaking in this manner? You have, driving down the street, and then, you hear some the outlandish rap music, and then I turn and I'm like, what?
They definitely turned into some Jamie Kennedys out here.
Yeah, like, what is happening? All of them are Malibu's most wanted.
Malibu's
It's
most wanted.
crazy. Like, like Billie Eilish. That's why I like Billie Eilish. Like, bring that back. Like, just be white and just be yourself. It's okay.
Yeah,
Just be
it's
you.
okay.
It's all good. That's why I
Well,
tell my white
listen.
friends, just be white. It's fine. I still love you.
Well, listen. Last and final question. If there's one thing life has taught you, what is that and why?
Never give up, because it truly does get better. And that is coming from an ex-suicidal person.
Oh,
It's hard
so you
being
got come on
it's hard
stirring the
being
pot.
in.
We gonna
I should
talk
have
about
started
all of
with
that.
that.
We're gonna talk
Listen.
about that on stirring the pot. You gotta come back.
I'm gonna have to come back because listen.
There's more to unpack there. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Don't give up. Even it gets hard. I'm telling you, it gets hard and it gets dark, but don't give up, because listen, my Nigeria DNA. You do not want your enemies to prosper. And if you give up, your enemies will prosper. And think about that. That's going to upset your ancestors. You cannot let your enemies prosper. You got to keep going. And that's what always, because I'm so petty. You got to think about that. If I died, my enemies win. Do you want Karen to win? Do you want her to win? No. Keep going. And that's really it. Like, and that's why that too, I always tell people my competition is a mirror. So don't compete with me, because I just want to be better than myself. And that's about
right.
it. But again, yeah, back to the enemies. Don't let your enemies prosper. And depression is an enemy too that cannot prosper.
That's right. That's right. Listen, it was awesome to have you on.
It was so much fun.
Don't hang up. I want you to turn your camera off, but don't hang up so we could talk about a few things behind the scenes. So I'm gonna mute
I know
somebody.
I gotta turn my light on. It's all dark in here now. I gotta find my child. She probably think I don't love her.
I'm gonna take these few seconds to close it out with the folks.
Bye,
but thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your light. Thank you for teaching these kids out here. Thank you for being charismatic and funny as hell. Thank you for fighting the good fight with your boots on the ground. We appreciate you. San Clarita, the Black people of San Clarita appreciate you. I appreciate you. You know, and BLM LA definitely appreciate you. And I'm glad that we met over the convening. And
I'm so glad.
Yes, me too. You have to come back on. Like, you gotta come on stirring the pot so
I
we
know,
can
I'm
talk
coming
about
back.
some
I
other
know,
things.
so I can talk about microdosing.
Everything. We're
Hell
gonna talk
yeah.
about everything.
Yeah. I'll be back, y'all.
That's right. She will be back. This is family here, y'all.
I
So
know.
y'all gonna see her face more. Y'all gonna see all the chapters. So
I
I'm
know,
gonna
I can't wait to
close
see
it out,
everyone.
but stay on the phone. All right. Hey, listen, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed my guest. She is a delight. She is awesome. She is a rock star. And I want you guys to understand that, this is Community Week. Y'all already know I do Community Week. And I haven't given you guys an episode in quite a few days. This whole week was busy. Like I said, I was on the other side of the country, And for those that follow the social media, you've seen the things I posted. I had quite an experience over there with my grassroots family, and I look forward to doing this activism, working hard to fight for our people, fight for injustice, fight for equality for our people. And it'll continue as long as I have blood in my body, brain, and movement. So it'll never stop. But I hope you folks enjoyed this episode. And once again, I want you guys to be positive, put God first, and enjoy life. Enjoy y'all weekend. Once again, it's your boy Tigmatic, signing off. Peace.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Kimmy Yay, and I'm an artist, actress, writer.
That's the wrong one. Sorry, y'all. I'm ranting today.